Hey y'all, this is Jessica with Bless Your Heart, and welcome to day 6 of our Christmas series. Today, let's make some faux leather name tags. I just got these rolls of faux leather at Hobby Lobby, and we're going to put them on our mats and get them cut out. But first, let's figure out how we're going to cut them out. Okay, we're going to start out in Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to type the name that I want to use to make my name tag. I'm going to change the font, and the font I'm going to use is called Autumn Dreams. I'm going to change up some colors just so it's a little bit easier to see. Once you get your font and the name that you want, or the shape or whatever it is you want to do, you go in and size it to however big you want the name tag to be. Once you get your name sized how you want it, you want to go in and do the offset. For Silhouette, it's the star with the little outline. The offset size I used is 0.20. So once you make your offset, you want to move your actual decal or the name out of the way. Again, I'm just going to change colors just so we can see. What you're going to want to do is go in and duplicate your offset and then flip it horizontally. So it's like back to back almost. I'm going to group those two together and center them from the top line just so they are going to be even. I'm going to go over to my shapes and make me a little box. I'm going to take this back and put it in the exact middle where it's going to kind of connect these two pieces. I'm going to size that box however I need it. I'm going to gather all three of those things up and I'm going to center them through the middle of all three of those. Then I'm going to keep them all grouped together and I'm going to weld them, and that will make them a complete piece. You can put your name back in there and make sure it's going to look good. Then you want to put the faux leather on your mat and cut it out however your machine wants you to. This is what I'm ending up with. I did go in and just find a couple of pieces of scrap HTV for my names. There's nothing really major about any of that. And then I've got my keychain hardware. We're going to get to putting these together. I am going to glue them together with this liquid fusion. Now I'm going to tell you, you are going to want to use an obscene amount of this glue. I would do this over again and I would use an actual fabric glue. This did not do what I needed to do. It took me 3 days to get this to dry, but it did end up drying and it's all nice and sealed. So you want to completely cover this in glue, and I folded it over, lined everything up, and then I put something heavy on top of it until I could no longer peel it back up or could no longer move it. And that is what I did with both of these name tags. For this one, I'm going to put the name on first and just see if it does anything different, and it doesn't. But I do go in and use my little mini iron that I got from Amazon and just iron this name on to the offset, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Cover it in glue, squish it together, and put it under something heavy until it completely dries. You're going to see with this one how I use a lot more glue, and it is, I'm telling you, you are going to need, if you use this liquid fusion, unless y'all have a secret that I don't know, you are going to need an obscene amount of glue. It will ooze out of the sides, but you can take a little toothpick or whatever and kind of smear it around the edges, and that will seal those cut sides also, which is not really a bad thing to do if we want this to have any longevity to it. But you do need, if you're using liquid fusion, you need an exorbitant amount of glue. Just like with the other one, when we get it all glued and lined up, we want to put it under something heavy. So now this is the iron-on name for this name tag, and this is just, like I said, a piece of scrap glitter. I'm going to use the same little iron, and I'm going to press very firmly and move it quite slow over that whole name 2 or 3 times to get it to stick, because I can't put this in my heat press. Once you think that's stuck down, just go ahead and gingerly remove the carrier sheet and check out your handiwork. And here we go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on day 6. I hope to see you again on day 7. Bye.